There's a new movie out called The Disappearance of Mrs. Wu. It's a heartwarming family comedy about a shy teen who breaks her short-tempered grandmother out of a nursing home for a road trip up the California coast on a journey that unleashes family secrets and helps its characters heal multi-generational dynamics and foster self-acceptance. Today, we welcome the film's director, writer, and producer, Anna Chi. Anna, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Desiree, for having me.
Yeah,
This is very exciting.
we're excited. And I wanted to say, first of all, congratulations. Tell us how you came about making this film.
Well, I am a mother, and I also have my mom and have a daughter. And as an immigrant, my mom is completely, from China, and I was here for almost 30 years to study, and then my daughter is born in this country, and there always felt like there is like beside the generation gap, there's a culture gap, there's an immigration issue, and I always like turn around to look at my mom. I feel like I'm Chinese. When I look at my daughter, I feel like I'm American. That make me feel like there's a story to be told, because I believe all the immigrant families probably experience the same thing as I have been, and so that's how I started to think about this idea.
Yeah, and you touched on talking about those important topics. In your movie, you talk about the LGBTQ plus community, immigration topics. Why was that so important for you to highlight in your movie?
As an immigrant myself, we came to this country. Some of us looking for a better life for our children. Some of us came here look for a better life for ourselves, and America is a melting pot, and it doesn't really matter when we came here. We carry who we are with us from that old country, but at the same time, we adapt into this new home, which I call California my new home. And so, and then, and then also this LGBTQ issue, it's not really talked about in Asian community. And I thought it's something we can't really ignore anymore. We're in 21st century, and our new generation, who is much more freer than we are where we were from, and they have a different thoughts and different beliefs, and they want to live their own life. And I think I would like to use my voice or my platform to honor that.
Yeah,
The immigrant.
and I feel like it's across different multi-generations, so a lot of great conversations that can come from watching your movie. A phenomenal cast. Many of us know actress Lisa Liu from Crazy Rich Asians and going back to the Joy Luck Club, which has its 30th anniversary this year. What was it like working with such a veteran actress?
Lisa Liu and I actually went way back, talking about 30 years. I was hired as a assistant, casting assistant for Jola Club. That's how I met Lisa. And so 30 years ago, I met her. I was still a student at UCLA. And then after I finished my film school and I wanted to make my first feature film, I called her up, and she said, sure. She
Wow.
has always been, yeah, she has always been supportive of a Chinese female filmmakers. And beside me, I don't really know how many filmmakers she has actually supported throughout the years. And she said she makes that as her mission to help female, empowering female and Asian female. So it was the disappearance of Mrs. Wu is the third time I'm directing her. I actually already directed her 3 times. So
Wow.
it's a really, really true honor to work with this legendary Hollywood star, and who is so gracious and so supportive.
Wow, and how impactful to know the growth from when you were a student at UCLA, knowing her, to directing 3 films that she's been in now. That is amazing. And we've got some California tie-ins with the film. Is it true that similar to her character in the film, Lisa Liu also came to settle in Carmel, California?
That's correct. When she left China during the wartime, she settled in Carmel. I didn't know that actually. When I finished writing the script and I sent it to her, and she called me 2 days later, she's like, "Hello, Anna. How come you know my story?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She said, so she told me the whole thing, that how she settled in Carmel and how she bought her first home in Carmel. And she actually, there's a little detail you guys should watch in the movie. There's a rock, a piece of a rock, and she actually literally carved her name in a piece of rock in her Carmel home. So
Wow.
that's like so completely coincident.
Wow. And I mean, there have been historic wins for the AAPI community in the film industry, from the win at this year's Oscars for Everything Everywhere All at Once and for the 2020 Oscars with Parasite. Tell us what those wins mean to you.
It means hope. It's so amazing those movies get recognized, because when I came here, like I said, I was here 30 years ago working on Joy Luck Club, and when I was a student at UCLA, at that time there wasn't a lot of diversity, there wasn't a lot of inclusion, and it was a struggle. It's how, like, how am I going to tell my story? Who would be the audience for my movies? And right now, after 30 years, I finally felt like my time has come. But maybe my time hasn't come, but I don't know. But it just feels like so wonderful, from Minari to Everything Everywhere. It's just, I have tears every time I think about it, how wonderful we have finally seen the representation of people like me on screen. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's continuously needed. And Anna, you're a part of making that change. And I like what you said. It's showing that there's hope. Thank you so much for joining us today, Anna. The Disappearance of Mrs. Wu just completed a theatrical run and can be watched on major video on demand platforms. You can find out more at freestyledigitalmedia.tv.